Okay, David Stewart here. I'm going to do a little bit of a different technique video for a little bit more advanced technique known as sweep arpeggio playing or sweep picking. And in this technique, you're going to be playing arpeggios at a very, very fast tempo as you sweep your pick across the strings. Rather than trying to play individual notes articulately with the pick, you're going to sweep them across the strings. This is a technique made famous by a Swedish guitar player named Yngwie Malmsteen. Played for a band called Alcatraz, and then embarked on a very illustrious solo career. Very, very fantastic guitar player. He's the guy who kind of brought this technique to the forefront. And I think he kind of got it from the sound of virtuosic violin players back in the 19th century, particularly Niccolo Paganini. So let's talk a little bit about how you do this technique. Before we begin, you should know what an arpeggio is. An arpeggio is any chord played one note at a time. There's an arpeggio. On the classical guitar, we tend to play arpeggios with different fingers. Okay? On the electric guitar, since we're using a plectrum or a pick, we have to resort to a little bit different means. It's a little more difficult to play arpeggios than it is using all of our fingers at once. One of the techniques we can do this with is the sweep arpeggio, and that's what we're going to be looking at today. To play a sweep arpeggio, essentially, you'll be playing with your right hand, you'll be playing through the strings about that speed when you finish, like you're just kind of playing a strum slowly. Okay, our ears interpret that as one chord because we're hearing all the notes ring together, but if you hear them ring silently, you can hear da-da-da-da-da. You can hear each note as part of a melodic sound. So we're going to go up here to about the 9th position, and we're going to play a really, really famous arpeggio that Yngwie Malmsteen plays a lot. Very typical sort of sweep arpeggio that doesn't involve a chord shape that you may know. Now, you can do sweep arpeggios on chord shapes you already know once you understand this technique. But we're going to do it on a little bit of a new one. And this is an A minor arpeggio, A minor. What we're going to do is we're going to start with our pinky right here on A, 5th string, 12th fret. Let me get a little closer so y'all can see. A, 12th fret, 5th string. Then you're going to play finger 2, 10th fret, 4th string. Then finger 1, 9th fret, 3rd string. Then finger 2, 10th fret, 2nd string. And we're going to start with that. Notice that I went 4, 2, 1, 2. Okay, 4, 2, 1, 2. As we're doing this, what I want you to do is each time you play the next note, you're going to lift the previous finger and prepare the next one. So start going slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you can try putting 2 notes together very quickly, lifting the 4th finger. Okay. Da-da-da-da. Hear that? Okay. Then on the 1st string, we're going to add finger 1 here on the 7th fret. We're going to reach back. So it's a little bit of a 5 fret reach. Sorry, 8th fret. 8th fret. Then we're going to hammer on the 12th fret. So let's try that. Okay. And occasionally I'm getting like some ringing here because I'm fairly in tune down on the lower strings. Ideally, you could silence that just by keeping your palm on the strings, especially the lower strings here. And sort of muting them a little bit with your palm. So once we've done that, we're going to pick backwards, all in one stroke with the right hand. Okay, and start practicing that nice and slow. Ideally with a metronome, because it's a little harder to take uneven rhythm out when you've practiced it fast. Okay, and you could try going up and down. You could start on the high part, start on the low part, and try getting back. Ideally, when you finish, your right hand will be going very smoothly. Let's see if we can get the the right hand a little bit on this. And as I go down, the pick is pointing slightly towards my head, just to make it really easy. And as I go up, it's pointing slightly away from my head. Descending, ascending, descending. Okay, and don't fret if you make a couple mistakes here and there. I've made some mistakes, just throwing this out here. Mistakes are fine. Just each time you make a mistake, try to correct it, try to figure out what you did wrong, try to speed it up. The key to getting these to sound clean, to sound good, is to lift the fingers as you're going, so you don't have this perception. If you start with all the fingers down, you can hear a chord, and then a note. All right, you don't want to hear that. You want to hear da-da-da-dum. And you can go into a scale from there. If you check out my Phrygian scale video, it shows how to play the Phrygian scale into this particular point on the neck right here. So, practice it going up, down, fast, slow. Eventually what you want to do is you want to try to get it so it's got a nice relaxed right hand that's going through. And you can also try some different rhythms. You could try stopping here. I really like stopping on the note, the A. Doing 3 notes at a time, 4 notes at a time. Make a couple different combinations. Practice that. So try that pattern. Then you could try applying the technique to a bunch of different chord shapes that you already know. So let's say you know like this little bar D minor. This makes a good one. Or we can do the bar B minor, which works great. But let's do the D minor because I did the B minor in another video. So I'm on the 5th fret. Hammer right there, 5th fret. Just rolling the finger. Make it a minor 7. I'm going to do a scale from there. So you try it on some shapes that you already know. It's really good to know at least a couple of these and be able to do that sweep picking pattern. If you're hearing a lot of really fast players like, I don't know, Yngwie Malmsteen or Steve Vai, even Joe Satriani will do these techniques quite a bit. A lot of metal players like Jeff Loomis, Yari Mempa are really amazing sweep pickers and really incorporate a lot of great things into their sweep picking, as well as guys like Herman Lee from Dragon Force. Dragon Force does a ton of sweep picking. Almost all of their really, really fast stuff is a mixture of skills and sweep picking. So you could check out those players. I might have a link to like an Yngwie Malmsteen video if you want to check him out and get an idea of what these sorts of things are supposed to look like. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Okay. It definitely helps me out if you share the video so that I can get a couple of cents of ad revenue. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And thank you for watching. Keep practicing, and have a good one.